Today's topic is self-confidence. And like Swamiji said, what does come to one's mind the moment self-confidence is spoken of? What has happened in your life? Whom do you consider a person who's self-confident? Ever tried to analyze who's a self-confident person?
Fearless.
Who are these people?
Because you can completely convey their opinions or clearly.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually army persons are role models. For
No,
self-confidence.
that is fine. They are generally said that way. But why do you think the self-confidence in a normal person in this world, why is it there? What is fueling that self-confidence? Generally, it is confidence in one's ability that I can do this. Generally, that is what it stems from. And once that is added by you attain something in your life, you get a position of authority, you get some money, you get some recognition from the world, and that self-confidence increases. And then that person thinks that whatever I do, I can achieve what I set out to do. And these kind of people, yes, it requires magnetism, there is no denying it. But this kind of a confidence, is it going to help us on a spiritual path? Why? All of you are nodding your head in this way. Why is it not going to help you? It is going to help. Okay, good. Very good opinion. And she is right. In the beginning, this self-confidence, what we call possibly ego, is required. Because that ego in us will first tell us, make us recognize that the way life is, I am not getting permanent happiness. And what did Yogananda ji say is the aim of every human being on planet Earth. And not only on planet Earth, any life form in any planet which is having a physical body, what is the aim? Just two things. First, and universal it is for everyone, avoidance of suffering. All of us, wherever we are, we want to avoid suffering. And second is being happy forever. So these two are the aims of every human being. Now what happens? The play of Maya is such that you should not suffer and you should be permanently happy cannot be found in this world. So you see, we are trapped. From the moment we are born, like Master said, the first cell in our body is formed in the medulla. And it multiplies, the brain forms, then the spine starts going down, and then the appendages come out. Where is the prana moving? Prana is formative energy of the human body. It is going downwards and then going outwards. Once the child is born, it continues to grow, gaining height till the time 17, 18, 20 years. And then that formative energy goes and gets arrested at the base of our spine called Kundalini. And all our five senses are directed outwards. I am seeing from our birth, we are told that is good, that is bad. Even if we don't like, we may not think ourselves. If you don't remember yourself as a child, you see other children. Their parents or teachers or someone is always telling, this is good, this is bad. Smell, this is good, this is bad. I may not be liking the smell of a agarbatti, but others are liking. But there must be something to it, isn't it? Everyone is saying it is good, everything is saying it is good. Same is the thing. What have we started thinking is good life? Money. And you ask any person who's rich, are they happy? But to us it appears, okay, he's traveling in that car, he's staying in that hotel, he is eating this thing. But you ask that person, no. What did Steve Jobs have to say in the end of his life? I don't think so many of us can even dream of achieving more than he achieved in his life. And in the end, what he had to say, I have not lived. There is something missing. And whom did he turn to? Autobiography of a Yogi. He paid millions of dollars to buy one blanket of Neem Karoli Baba, which was with the disciple of Neem Karoli Baba. Are you aware of it? No. Why? After achieving so much, why did he have to do this? In hospice, there is I'm forgetting the name of that nurse. She's an Australian, and her speciality, you may call it, is looking after patients who are terminally ill and who are in the last stages of their life, and she's looking now after them in a kind of a care home type of a thing. They have medical facilities also, and she has written a book, and she says she has seen people rich, poor, successful, unsuccessful, and in the end all of them as a common truth have said, I have not lived my life. There has been something missing. I do not know what it is. And in that comes the answer. Because of the play of Maya, we start searching for this everlasting happiness in this world. And we think, okay, I have cleared my 12th class. When you were in 8th, 9th, you were thinking, will I be able to clear 12th? It's very, if differentiation, integration is way beyond me. I still can't understand it. So what I did was, I said, integration, मेरे समझ में तो नहीं आएगी. So I left integration, which was a major chunk of the syllabus, and concentrated on differentiation or some easier topics. But when I cleared 12th and I thought I'll be on top of the world,
Again, got it.
and where would this sell something? Okay, if you get through to this place, okay. Once you get to that place, 2-3 days, 10 days, next. I am reminded of my friend who I remember we used to be buddies even since, class 7th, 8th. And when we used to borrow his father's scooter, so we had to pool in our pocket money and put petrol in that scooter, and which was a big thing to us. So when he got successful in life, he bought a Mercedes, and first thing he told me, come, we'll celebrate. You remember from the scooter to this? I said, let's go and celebrate. So now we go to a place and we park that place, and I said, wow, it's good, this feature, that feature. And we go out of the car and someone comes and parks very close to that car. He comes running back, please keep it away from my car. And I realized, hey, what is happening? And isn't it this what is happening to all of us? This society is giving us one next. And then you start thinking, okay, maybe this. Then maybe this. It never ends. You see on our spiritual path, first thing we come on the spiritual, and what are we told? Breathe properly. We have not been breathing properly. Like a child breathes, that means God made us to breathe like that, but we start breathing wrong. Why? Because the society says, if your stomach is flat, you are good looking. So what happens? We stop breathing from our diaphragm, we start breathing from our chest. ये नहीं ऊपर बाहर नहीं आना चाहिए. Why? Because I will look bad. Who has decided it is bad? Ads. Imagine how we are being fooled. And this is the play of Maya. One next. Then what happens? Then you look towards the life of these saints. What was different in them and in what is different in our life. As a universal rule, some point in their life, they renounced this world. Every one of them. Because every true religion in this world says, what did Jesus Christ say? Seek ye the kingdom of God, for it is within you. What did Krishna say? Get away from this ocean of suffering and seek me within you. What did Buddha say? There is suffering, but to remove suffering, we need not have any desires. Desire is the root cause of suffering. So don't have desires. And then we start thinking, that means we have been looking for in a wrong place. What has this world been telling us? God is in heaven. God is sitting there observing us and saying, good deed, bad deed. If you do bad deed, you're going to go where? Hell. When Yogananda ji was asked, where is this hell? Is this hell? Does it exist? And Yogananda ji smiled and said, where do you think you are right now? We have created hell because of our attitude. It is not there somewhere. Heaven and hell, God and devil is within us. It is our attitude which is deciding whether this place is heaven or it is hell or it is devil or it is God's kingdom. And that is where you start realizing that life is constantly telling us that we will never get happiness in this world. Unfortunately, what happens is, from the very beginning, our society, our parents, our teachers are telling us to seek happiness in the world. And therefore we are not, these great teachings exist. They have existed since millennium. But what has happened because of the dark ages, Kali Yuga? That all the teachings have got misinterpreted. To seek God, you have to do yajna. In the fire, do swaha, wo til dalte raho usme. What is the original teaching? It is this Kriya Yoga. That you are doing it in the light of God, Bhagwan, Jyoti, as Master used to call it. You are bringing up your vrittis. Vrittis are what? These til. These vrittis are depicted. This is what the Master said, explained. That swaha that you are doing is actually not there. What the original teaching was, you're bringing it up like you bring it up in Kriya and offering into this Jyoti, the light of God, for burning and offering all the negativities in you. You do everything unfortunately what has happened, that it has got in dark ages because most of the people did not have the actual experience of God. They started thinking, okay, it is out there somewhere. Okay, I have to do this. And how did these people could control other people? By getting in the element of fear, of punishment. God is a person who's sitting there on the day of judgment. This will happen. If you don't do this, aapko paap lagega. There is nothing called paap. There is nothing called hate. There is nothing called fear in God's kingdom. It is only love. Intense, so much love that you can't even believe possible. And what are we doing? You see how we are caught in this place of Maya. And I am reminded how one starts realizing that things are here. When I joined NDA and we were told that I used to run a little bit in school. I was good at short distance running. But we suddenly went there and they said there's going to be long distance running. They started off with 12 kilometers. So I thought, okay, let's start running. And I ran the way I used to run 3-4 kilometers in school. After the third kilometer, my tongue was hanging out. And then I was leading by the fourth till 4 kilometers, I was leading everyone because I was sprinting. And then I saw and I couldn't even put one foot forward. And people started passing me. I thought I was in the end. And I thought, when will this 12 kilometers get over? But then what happens? Inevitably, I do not know whether that's been the story in your life, when you are left with no choice, you suddenly find there is a spurt of energy that comes, a sudden willpower that comes in you. It does not come till the time you think that something is going to help me out. And this is what happened, that I started, because one had to, you see, the fear of relegation in NDA is so much. One day passing in that place is extremely difficult. So the moment you hear that if I flunk, I'll have to repeat for 6 months more, you say, no way, I can't afford to be flunking. And you start realizing, I have to do it, I have to do it. And it starts coming. To this extent, I started realizing that everything is here, not in the physical body. So when I got commissioned and I was playing football, I busted my knee. And it got operated, and orthoscopy was done. And the knee was, I was told by the doctor that if you touch a football again, don't come back to me. I got it operated here only in Delhi, a knee specialist. But the reason I'm telling you, I had opted for commandos, which was one of the toughest courses in the world earlier, and it came when I had 5 years of service, and it was after this surgery. So I went, and now that place is crazy. You have 40 kgs on your back, and you're running for 50, 60 kilometers in jungles overnight. And I realized my knee is paining. But then the rule of that course is that if you don't clear it, you will keep on coming back till the time you clear it, or you become overage. And I had some years left, so I said, no way, I am not going to come back here. So what I did was, I told my brain, stop thinking about the knee. And I stopped thinking. And I passed those 42 days. And it is only after the course got over, then I realized, oh, my knee is swollen. So I realized that it is our body which is causing us to send this signal. Pain is there, and you're thinking it is. And then you start realizing that there is something within us. There is something within us which is far more powerful. And then you learn to look toward these saints. Yogananda ji, in 1920, imagine, it's not today's world. 1920, no internet, no way of knowing what US is all about. His guru tells him, he doesn't even know English properly. You have to go to the West. His guru, his meditations had been telling him from childhood. But he was thinking, America? I am in India. No point. And his guru tells him, and he sits on a ship and he is gone. Can you imagine? No friend, no one known, a teaching which is most foreign to those people, that something called Sanatan Dharam, something called yoga, something called Kriya Yoga. How did he go? Why did he go? Because he experienced this self within. That self-confidence is what we are seeking. He, before going on 25th of July, if you remember the date also, of 1920, he meditated in that room. If you ever go to his house in Calcutta, not the top attic where he had so many experiences, but on the first floor there is a room even today that is now called Babaji room in that house. And he meditated there. He said, I will not get up till the time I get assurance. And Babaji came to him in body. The door latch got opened on its own, and Babaji came in. He had not seen Babaji ever, but he knew immediately that it is Babaji. He fell at his feet. Babaji told him to get up. And he told him that, go, my child. I am the one who's been watching over you, and I am the one who came to Yukteshwar and told him to train you to go to the West. My blessing is there with you. I give you the power that through your eyes, when you look at a disciple, you will have the power to change the magnetism of your disciple. And he will know what God's love is all about, what the actual self is all about. And there were many other things that Babaji told Master which he never told anyone. And then to show what he was, what Master, obviously being in the presence of Baba, he was in ecstasy. He felt that prana move up constantly and he could think of nothing else, like Lahiri Maharaji could think of nothing else. And he said, please take me with you. This world can go and do what it wants. But Babaji said, no. Don't try and follow me. But when someone is feeling that love, when he has felt the elixir of God, he can think of nothing else. And Master tried to follow him and he was rooted to that spot. He couldn't move. We must understand what is happening here. The real self within us. There's a separate thing that I might start thinking, believing that there is God. Yes, that is very good. But more important than that is experiencing this self within. And that will come by following the teachings that our masters have given us. Nothing else. You may sit in satsang, like Master said, you may read any number of books, but if you do not practice kriya and the way to live that has been given by your Guru, you will not know the actual experience within. And how will you know? When you will start feeling this prana within you, this blissful prana, more than prana. He said that is the Guru within you, telling you what to do and what not to do. He did talk about a lot of lectures he took, a lot of satsang he took when he spoke to people outside. But inside the monastery, inside the ashram, he told everyone, be quiet. Attune yourself to me, attune yourself to me. And attune yourself to me was to feel the presence of Guru within. And then he can guide you. That is what we need to learn. That is how we need to learn. And that is where we come to Pratyahara, the most important step in the Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga. When we learn somehow to reverse this flow of prana, we will start experiencing something within. And then we will know for real that I am not this body. I am something else which is constant and in bliss throughout. So let's hope and pray and do our kriya with this attitude that I am learning how to reverse the flow of prana within me, because that will only teach me my reality within ourselves.